for my house. What I've done so far. The electricity, all redone. Replaced the wood in the floor for some of the floor. Repainted the floors, repainted the ceiling, the crown molding, did the built-in bookshelves. When I first moved in, I was very motivated to do like all the home renovations, obviously, because it was very exciting. And yeah, like there was so much I wanted to do like right away. But then you kind of just realize that it has to be like a journey because it just costs money to renovate. It costs money to redo your home. But my goal this summer is to get back into the renovations. Want to eventually move out of here. I was thinking of maybe turning it into an Airbnb because I want to be able to come back and staying here sometimes, but there's just like so much that I need to do to this place. Before, for example, like the kitchen has been like my art studio kitchen. I'll show you guys like some of the renovations that I've done so far. But I want to know like if anyone has ever Airbnb'd out their apartment, what were the pros and cons? Yeah, I'm thinking about all of this because I'm getting ready to go to New York soon, and before I swap my apartment, because that's how I'm getting to go, is I'm swapping my apartment out with a girl who lives in New York, and I want to like obviously fix some things before she gets here, just like general things like recaulking the shower, just to make it more comfortable. It's just really cool because every time I've swapped out my apartment, it's been with a subscriber or someone that I've known from YouTube, and it's really special, like someone getting to stay in my apartment who's watched me over the years in my videos. So yeah, I'm going to New York next week for my concert. So basically I end up playing concerts wherever I can swap my apartment out, and in July I'm going to swap my apartment out to go to London. But yeah, anyway, New York next week. I'm so excited. I've not been into New York since I was a teenager. The first and only time I went to New York was when I was in high school, and me and my best friend at the time, actually it was this guy who I was best friends with, but he had a crush on me and he had told me that, but I was like, no, it's fine, we'll stay friends. And we ended up taking a 24-hour Greyhound to New York City. It was my first time like traveling anywhere like far away. I don't even think I told my parents. I think I was just like, I'm staying at a friend's house, and then we took like the 24-hour Greyhound. It was such a crazy, weird adventure. There was like people who got like kicked off the bus because they were like drinking on the bus, and it was just like this real, I remember keeping a journal the whole time and like knowing the person I was traveling with, like, but there was like this weird tension. And then one night when we were in New York, we both got like really drunk and we ended up kissing, and it was like this whole drama of like high school. And so I have a lot of like really fun, cute memories from New York, and like now getting to go back as an adult and getting to play my first US concert is so exciting. I'll leave the link to the concert in the bio if you guys do want to come. But it's really special because I remember like sitting in Central Park and being like, one day I'm gonna live here. Like I had no idea that one day I live in Paris, which was an even bigger jump. I'm also trying to think, like, since we're on the subject, if there's things that I wish I knew before getting this apartment. Honestly, like one of the reasons that I ended up getting this place, like buying this apartment in the first place, is because as a small business owner, like I have my art shop, my journals, this YouTube channel, I literally could not find a place that would rent to me. It was easier for me to get a loan out and use my savings to buy this place and then just pay monthly as if it was a mortgage, as if it was a rent every month, than it was for me to get approved to rent an apartment in Paris. Like I remember, like I literally lived in 15 square meters for like I was gonna say 6 years. No, with my ex, we lived in a really small apartment for like 10 years, and then after that I lived in an even smaller apartment with a toilet in the hallway for 5 years. And so when people talk about how hard it is to rent an apartment, they're not lying. You can't just come here and find an apartment. The reason for that is, I'll just explain why. It's because the French law protects the renters more than they do the landlords. So for example, if you are a renter and you decide that you're not going to pay rent anymore, it would take like 2 to 3 years
for the landlord to get you out of that apartment, and all that time you're not paying rent. They're probably paying a mortgage plus their own rent or like a second mortgage. And so the risk is so big that they literally cannot afford to rent to you unless you have like 2 co-signers with long-term contracts. So I just wanted to talk about that for a second, because I've actually been seeing like a lot of people move to Paris and being like so surprised, like extra surprised of how hard it is. But having said that, we know that anything's possible. Still believe in the law of attraction. Still believe that I don't think it should discourage you from moving here if you want to do that, but just be prepared. Be prepared for the mental and emotional turmoil of finding an apartment. But yeah, I'll show you guys some of the things that I want to do to the apartment to get it ready to rent.
So this is the view into my kitchen. My kitchen is absolutely adorable. And I've been using it as like a sort of makeshift art studio. But I don't have like a built-in stove. I don't have a built-in oven. So I have this sort of meuble that I built that I store all of that in. But I think it would be really nice to, yeah, like take this table and build in something like that. So that's like definitely like a project. I'm honestly really proud of the work that I did on the flooring, because when I first moved in, it was covered in white paint. And I just worked really hard to make it sort of like, I don't know, like a cute little European vibe. I spent like most of my time in this main room. Yeah, like I redid all of the crown molding myself because the guy told me it was going to be super expensive to do. And obviously the more you can do yourself, the cheaper renovations are going to be. I'll be honest with you, I feel like the fact that I'm a girl, when I invite people over to like give me appraisals, they'll always overprice it. And then yeah, I just feel like I haven't been able to find good people. So yeah, the next big like project I really want to do is, I don't know if you guys can see very well, this is like my work table. But yeah, I built in all these bookshelves, which I'm really proud of. But I really wanted to make like built-in storage down here for my clothes, but I just didn't have time to do it. So for now, I'm just like hiding things behind my paintings. I was gonna put this painting up on my website to sell, but I think it just looks good here for now, so I'm not even gonna put it up. Yeah, I just wanted to update you guys a little bit because I know a lot of you guys were following my home renovation journey, and then I just kind of like stopped doing it. But mostly because like A, it all costs a lot of money, and B, I just have been working on other things. Speaking of other things, I'm going to a really fun jam tonight. It's an all-girls jam. And before that, I'm gonna practice my live show for a little bit. So yeah, I'll try and vlog. So have you cried about me from the top of the stairs? And after all this time, I don't think that you care. We were best of friends, and now only a me imaginaire. Quand la nuit tombe, je deviens une sauvage. Je veux un nouveau tatouage pour couvrir ton nom. À 21 ans, je suis rentrée dans une boîte et j'en suis jamais ressortie. Avec le temps, tout s'en va, peut-être c'est sans la larme de joie. Tu demandes ce que je deviens, je suis une sauvage, mais c'est à faute de toi. Yeah, I feel like for me, more than anything, what I have to practice for my live show is never really my guitar or my synth or like anything like that, because that I feel like is all about repetition and energy. For me, I tend to have to practice the most my singing, and singing from my diaphragm and not from here, because during a live show it's like super energetic and you can lose your voice. So yeah, I've been working on my singing a lot, and I've actually
been taking singing lessons through Skillshare, and I'm super happy because they've partnered with me on this video. If you don't know, Skillshare is the largest online learning platform for creatives. They have thousands of classes on there, whether you want to learn how to make videos and do YouTube, or whether you want to learn a language, or you want to learn about cinema, illustration. They have a class on there for you. I've been taking their singing classes on there for about 3 to 4 months, and I can definitely see a massive improvement. And you can also create really amazing learning paths to see your progress in a certain area. For example, I've done a lot of their music classes, and so I can really see myself building skills over time, which is really encouraging to me. And I feel like with summer coming up, it's the perfect time to hone your skills, but also be able to do it at your own pace. Like, you can be on vacation and be like, you know what, I want to learn how to play guitar this summer, or I want to improve my singing like me. And yeah, like, you can check out all their classes on there, and they're actually offering the first 500 people who use my link down below a 1-month free trial. And I feel like that's a perfect amount of time to check out what they have on there, but it is only the first 500 people who use the link down below. So yeah, I have done my singing for the day. I'm gonna go over my live show one time over tonight. I have to go pretty soon because I have this jam tonight, but before, I want to go to Légion de Beaux-Arts, which is an art store nearby, because I sold a painting and I need to ship it off before. So thank you so much to the girl who bought the painting. But yeah, let's go out. The sun is shining. We'll go to the art store. Okay, let's go. I was just walking around the neighborhood and I found like all this stuff, and there's a lot of good stuff in here. Like, I like this. What could I use that for? And also boxes. I found boxes. Everything looks clean. Like, even this looks in pretty good condition. Shayna, are you really gonna take this off the street? Fuck, maybe. I also found this ventilator. Everything in here looks really good. I feel like this is something my sister would cringe at me for doing. But it's like, look at all these pretty fake flowers too. Are these like, are these flower holders? Like, you put your flowers in there. These are pretty. I wonder why they're throwing everything away. I'm gonna keep it. Look how pretty. Found this really cool lamp. Pretty. Hey, buddy. Okay, I just ran home really quick. I can't believe I got so lucky to find so much cool stuff. Perfect. Perfect. Because I was gonna go to the art store, but sometimes they're like weird about giving you boxes for some reason. It's like, you guys aren't even gonna use them. Like, why are you being weird? I wanted to go to the store on my way home, but my hands were very full. I even ended up giving away some of the things that I found that I really liked. It's so funny because like when you're looking through like trash like that, at first people won't do it, and then they see you doing it, and then they all want to come over and look.
yeah, I found this like really amazing lamp, and I gave it to this girl and her mom, and they were like so sweet and happy about it. So enjoy the lamp because I couldn't carry it, but also I'm happy for you guys. All right, I need to run to the store. Oh, also, I took the chance and dragged this fan home, and it works. And I actually really like the color. I love this color, yellow. So, yeah, house is clean. Let's go. It's time! Bonsoir les filles.
Bonsoir.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe ce soir?
Alors ce soir c'est Sentimental Bac.
Ah génial!
C'est un laboratoire d'expérimentation sonore. C'est acoustique et électronique.